What's good? This is JVB back with another Chicago Bears video. Chase Claypool is in and Robert Quinn and Roquan Smith are gone. So I'm going to give my thoughts real quick on these Bears trades. First, the Robert Quinn deal that sent Robert Quinn to the Philadelphia Eagles. I know a lot of people complained about that, saying the Bears didn't get enough for Robert Quinn. The Bears should have traded him during the preseason, during the offseason, which I do believe was true. But at the end of the day, he wasn't going to be a part of this team for the future. Getting a fourth rounder for Robert Quinn, that's perfectly fine. I've heard people upset about the trade saying, oh, why would you trade him for a fourth rounder? Why would you trade him when his defense is bad? My thing is, who cares? The Bears aren't doing anything this season. Keeping Robert Quinn on this team wasn't going to do any favors. So I was fine with the Robert Quinn trade. I was a little more skeptical about the Roquan Smith trade. Of course, everybody knows about the Roquan Smith situation. He wants to get paid. But the Chicago Bears, they went ahead and they traded Roquan Smith to the Baltimore Ravens for a second rounder and a fifth round pick in next year's NFL draft. Like, don't get it twisted. Roquan Smith is going to help the Baltimore Ravens probably do big things in the AFC North. Are they going to pay him at the end of the season? I don't know, and pretty much I don't care. That's the Baltimore Ravens' problems. I think they have a bigger issue on their hands with their quarterback, Lamar Jackson. He needs to get paid too. So we'll see what happens with them, but that's the Baltimore Ravens' problem now. We don't have to deal with the Roquan Smith situation. Ryan Poles and probably even more so Matt Eberflus, they made their decision. So the Bears had 2 second-round picks. That was until the following day on the trade deadline where they traded one of those second-round picks. In fact, their own second-round pick to the Pittsburgh Steelers for wide receiver Chase Claypool. Now, I know some of you guys were triggered about that. Some of you guys looked at Chase Claypool and y'all think like, you know, he's all right. Is he worth a second-round pick, especially the Chicago Bears second-round pick, which more than likely will be a top 40 pick? Probably not. But on the flip side, you got to look at it like the Green Bay Packers, they also wanted Chase Claypool. And the belief was that Chase Claypool was going to get traded to the Packers until the Bears swooped in and they offered their second-round pick for Chase Claypool. So yes, in my opinion, they overpaid for Chase Claypool. But at the end of the day, Justin Fields, he needs weapons. We've talked about this. Velus Jones ain't it. In fact, Velus Jones as a rookie is older than Chase Claypool. Equimia St. Brown, you know, he's like a 4th receiver at best. Dante Pettis, a 4th or 5th receiver at best, maybe a punt returner. N'Keal Harry, another guy who was a second-round pick or a first-round pick, I forgot, for the Patriots. He might have some potential. But a guy like Chase Claypool, who was playing a lot in the slot this season, I don't think that's where Chase Claypool plays his best. Recently, I was talking about the Bears needing a bigger receiver. A bigger receiver like Alshon Jeffrey back in the day, Brandon Marshall back in the day. A guy who can go up and get the football. They now have a receiver, a young receiver, who fits that profile perfectly in Chase Claypool. Not only does Chase Claypool have the size, but he's also faster than Alshon Jeffrey and Brandon Marshall. Now, I'm not saying he's going to be better than either one of those guys, but he fits the profile that helps Justin Fields as a deep threat. So yes, maybe the Bears gave up a little too much for Chase Claypool, but it was a needed move. Not only did you give Justin Fields an additional weapon, but you also take him away from the Green Bay Packers, your rival in the division. And also, you know, speaking of Velus Jones, Ryan Poles knows he fucked up. He knows he had George Pickens there with one of those second-round picks, and he went past them. All those guys. He went past all those guys, and he targeted Velus Jones Jr. So he knows that Velus Jones pick, it was trash. He also knows in free agency next season, there's not a lot of guys out there. The guys that probably would have been out there, the A.J. Browns, the DK Metcalfs, those guys got traded in or paid. You know, take a chance on a young guy, trading away a draft pick. You still have a second-round pick from the Roquan Smith trade. So taking a chance on a guy in Chase Claypool who's had success in the NFL, who had 11 touchdowns in his rookie season and 9 of them being receiving touchdowns. It's not always the case, but sometimes a change of scenery, it changes a man. But those are my thoughts on the trade. Roquan Smith and Robert Quinn are out. Chase Claypool is in. How do you guys feel about these deals? I've been a critic of Ryan Poles, but let's see how his plan pans out. There's going to be a lot more moves to be made in the offseason. But in the meantime, in between time, let's continue to see growth. And that starts and ends with #1 Justin Fields. But I'm out. Like the video and share the video. And do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Until next time, take it easy. God bless. Peace.